Beach FM, locals talking to locals.
Yes, it is Thursday afternoon, and usually about this time on a Thursday we hear from KCDC's Eco-Design Advisor Richard Morrison, but he's somewhat indisposed at the moment, so I've got a little bit of a different topic today. Now, most of us don't think much about how that glass of water got from the kitchen tap into our glass and whether it's safe to drink. Now, we have Martyn, who is the Water and Wastewater Asset Manager at Kapiti Coast District Council here this afternoon, and he's going to fill us in on how the council makes sure that we have a safe and secure water supply to our taps, even when we've been having a summer like this one, even though we've had a bit of drizzle this afternoon. Good afternoon, Martyn.
Good afternoon, Tanya.
Well, we really have had a hot and dry summer, even though we've got a little few spits and spots of rain out there, which we need. But how has the really hot, dry summer affected our water supply, and how's it stood up to this?
Yeah, it's certainly been a long, dry summer, and our supplies have stood up really well. We've got adequate supply, and we have no water use restrictions in place currently. That's because I think councils put a lot of effort in over the last few years to make sure that we secure that safe drinking water, both now and for the future. We've invested in reducing our water use and securing future water sources, so we have adequate supplies. A couple of things that have really, I guess, contributed there is water meters have reduced our demand on what we're using. People are using water wisely, and in these hot climates, in the hot summer, people obviously want to water their gardens, but they're doing it wisely, and people are getting on and fixing those leaks when they find them. That's provided us with a bit of headroom for growth in the future, and since we put in water meters, we haven't had to put in restrictions for the last 4 years.
That's fantastic, because like I was saying to you off air, I'm in Levin and we don't have water meters, and next thing you know, we're on level 4 restrictions, so good on you, Kapiti.
Yep, and in addition to that, I guess the River Recharge with Groundwater project has also solved the next 50 years of water supply for Waikanae, Paraparaumu and Raumati.
Wow.
Yeah, there's been a lot of effort, 3 years of very intensive environmental baseline monitoring that we've just completed, and that really gives us confidence to go into the future knowing that we've got adequate supplies for our water for the next 50 years.
Wow, 50 years, that's awesome, eh?
Yes, excellent.
That's security. So I was talking to you off air as well before you came in. Now, I fill my water bottles up in Levin, and then yesterday I actually had to fill it up here at the Lindale complex, and I noticed that the water tasted a little bit like dirt. Now, some people have also been noticing, apparently, that there's been a change in the taste of their water this year, saying it tastes different, and wondering whether it's safe to drink.
Yeah, so look, as those rivers dry up and they get warmer, that can create organic matter in the river, and it gives it that earthy taste. Look, our water in Kapiti is safe to drink. Our treatment plants are designed to address any potential contaminants or risks and make sure that we can provide that safe drinking water to our community, and we regularly check in the pipes to make sure that's the case. People do notice and can notice a change in the taste and smell, but there can be lots of reasons for that. The temperature of the water, the amount of water that people are using, the river temperature, levels of algae in the river, and people's own plumbing materials can make a difference to the taste.
Ah, true.
But the key part is that doesn't mean it's unsafe. That earthy taste you mentioned in recent months, certainly in Paraparaumu, Raumati and Waikanae, is the river water. When the river gets really low, it gets warm, it has that organic matter in it, and we put activated carbon in to make sure that it's safe to drink.
Wow.
And that will remove some of that taste, but not necessarily all of it, and some people are just more sensitive to that taste than others.
Oh, yeah, because some people have been saying that apparently down here in Kapiti they can taste chlorine. Why is that?
Yeah, again, some people are more sensitive than others. In all of our treatment plants, we treat the water obviously to make it safe. Part of that process is we use high-intensity ultraviolet light to kill the germs.
Right.
And then we also put chlorine in the water to protect it, to make sure it's safe as it's travelling through the pipes. I mean, once the water leaves the plant, the chlorine protects it on its journey to your tap. As it's doing that work, it produces compounds that give that chlorine taste or odour, and water demand and temperature can change that. Some people are sensitive to it, others aren't.
Yeah, I must be a sensitive one. So any advice what people can do to improve the taste, Martyn?
Yeah, look, there's a couple of things you can do. First thing is you can flush your own pipes and make sure you've got fresh water from the mains, and there's a process on our council website to help you do that.
Okay.
Some people use water filters and they find that helps.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of just putting the jug of water in the fridge and chilling it, and that seems to make a nice refreshing drink, certainly in these hot summer days.
Wow, that sounds pretty easy. Look, we're just about out of time, and you've given us some great advice there. Thanks, Martyn. Now, before you go, though, is there anything else you'd like to tell us about when it comes to keeping our water supply in good shape?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, there's a couple of key things. Water's precious, he tonga te wai, and we all must only use what we need. So just be wise about how you use water, be careful about it. Outdoor watering, although it's probably not going to be needed this afternoon with the rain that's coming through, that all uses water up. So just be careful about how much you use. There's lots of tips on the council website that you can find about how you can reduce your water consumption and use your water wisely. And look, if you see a leak or you see leaking water, absolutely jump on top of it, and if you're having problems with that, give us a yell and we can see how we can help you with advice.
Oh, it's so interesting. I didn't realise how much went on behind the scenes of making sure that our water is safe to drink. And you know what? We take it for granted, don't we?
Yes.
We do.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for coming in this afternoon. Of course, that was Martyn Cole, Wastewater and Wastewater Asset Manager at Kapiti Coast District Council. We might speak to him again.
106.3 Beach FM.